It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from Cleveland. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
They bring Judy in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
He'll check this down to the running back.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. He is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get forward for a couple. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. A short one there to Bellinger. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Giants.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, You can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last...
To the goal line and in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Cleveland.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stick with him again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Giants leading this one early. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No signal, and we will not get one. He's stopped short, and now it's 3rd and goal.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Can the defense do it again? From the 1. 3rd down now, and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Slayton. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Giants.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He's got it at the 7, and he'll be taken down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Back to the air one more time. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. Gano on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants extend their advantage to 14-3. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They don't want a repeat of 1st down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Third and long. Once again, they keep it on the ground. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's gotta be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. Throwing now from the gun. Pass pulled in by Tracy. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's a third down and 4. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Open man, right side. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. That's good for a Giants first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Browns offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a first and 10. blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of the Giants has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants move out to a 21-3 advantage. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. The Browns getting their punting team out there. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Hicks.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. This pass caught by Judy. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Handoff here, up the middle. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's in. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Eric Gray to return it. Strong. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Open man is Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He is in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. He'll look to throw. Downfield for Njoku. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the third has come to an end. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. He'll drop to throw. That's to the open man. It's Tillman. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Back to the air once more on second down. This is brought in downfield by Jeudy. And he will go all the way. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
On the return, it's Carter. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. He finds Judy on that one. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Giants are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to...
Kevin Stefanski taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's got it at about the 8, and he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Back to the air one more time. They'll try to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a...
And now the referee, looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now, Hopkins on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a road win here for the Giants. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.